So welcome to another Floppy deep dive. Today I'm going to be playing Floppy 9D1E, and on the front we have Codename Mat II, Grange Hill, and over here I'll be playing Stop the Express in Panther Flight. So on the back side, we have Zorro and Uridium and PS-5 Trading Company and a little game called Fred. So that's all the games on this floppy that we're going to be playing today in Tom's Commodore arcade. So let's go ahead and grab a joystick, pull up a chair, and let's get started. So I'm always trying to experiment different ways to show you guys these my floppy deep dives, because I haven't loaded up these games in over 30 years, and now I'm trying to remember how to play them. Damn, he killed me. This is Uridium. So Uridium is one of my favorite games. It was so well made and looked so good at the time. Great shooter. Space game. I know recently someone remade it and it looked really cool too. But this game here is a classic. I love Uridium. I didn't say I was good at it, but I do love playing it. It's a fun one. I played this quite a bit when I broke out the floppy for the first time again. I was happy to see that this game was on there. Just like I was happy to see Zorro. I played Zorro quite a bit. Music's a little tedious, but just trying to do it. So there's Uridium. And so we're going to move on to the next game over here in the Commodore arcade here in my house. So this is PSI-5, and I know there's a lot to this game. This one I think you definitely would want the manual to be able to play it correctly and enjoy it. Like I said, I normally don't do that. I try to just figure them out myself while I'm playing these games and to see if I could do it. Back in the day, sometimes you'd get docs. I got some docs on some of these floppies on how to play different games, because some of them were just so hard to figure out, and unless you had something. But they were early docs that you could, just sequential files that you could look at to be able to play. This one I would like to dive into more. I want to get the manual. I'll probably just download the manual, see if it's online, so I can figure out how to play it correctly. Because it looks really cool. It looks put together really well, and so I think this one would be worth playing. I just didn't play it a lot in the 80s, and if I did, I don't remember a thing about it. I just remember the name of it, and I remember these pictures, but I do not remember the gameplay, and probably didn't have a way to figure it out. But pretty cool game. And then the next one we're going to play is just called Fred. Fred was a little bit more difficult to get started here, because it does not like any kind of cartridge. It doesn't matter if you disable the fast load. I always use Epic's fast load cartridges and got some other kind, but in the Epic's fast load, if there's a cartridge in the port, this game will load 100%, but you'll take 5 steps to get started, and then it will just freeze on you. And I had to figure out why this game kept freezing, and basically I had to unplug the cartridge and just load it the old school way, comma 8, comma 1, and then it plays perfectly. I did notice this music on here. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Is the same music as High Noon. And I don't know which came out first, High Noon or this one, but yeah, I just noticed it was interesting that they used the same music to be able to do it. And High Noon it is. So anyway, so this was Fred. It's a pretty fun one. Yeah, shoot, explore, climb ropes, avoid the baddies. Anyone played Fred or liked Fred, go ahead and comment down in the comment section. But that was a pretty good one. And this game is called Grange Hill. And Grange Hill is an odd game. From what I know, it was a TV show, I guess, in England. I am not familiar with Grange Hill, but my Walkman was stolen, is what they tell me, and I have got to go steal it or get it out of the school. Now, there is this part right here where there's this bump in this road, and if you walk into it, it just kills you and the game's over. Oh, I got over it. So you got to be careful and get past that. And then you come over here and there's like a sewer you fall into. And from what I could tell, I'm going to come up here. There's some book up. Oh, for some reason, oops. See if I can pick that up. Pick up the book. See if there's anything over here. Outside the pipe. So I've got the book. Let's see what's this way. Shifty man, leather jacket. Hey son, want to buy some of this? Man offers you a small packet of white powder. He is a pusher. Oh, so great. So there's drug dealers in this game. Looks like he's pushing some cocaine to me. Let's see if we can talk to this guy. You see a shifty man in a leather coat. Hey son, you want to buy this? For a small pack of white powder. So let's just say, yeah, let's get us. There's an empty look in his eyes as he snatches the money from your hands. His face is pale and drawn. His body thin and unfed. He steals to keep his habit and makes addiction of children. He is dead and soon you'll be too. Oh, great. So I just got killed by a drug dealer. So that's Grange Hill. And the last one over here in the arcade room is Codename Mat II. And Codename Mat II is a space game. Try to figure out the controls on this one. I don't have the best of luck. I did get it started, and I'm trying to find the keyboard does anything. There we go. We got a warp drive engaged, so let's slow that down. My status is red. I don't think I'm supposed to stay in warp drive. And yes, I killed myself on that one. So this one I'm not really sure how to play. I played it best I could. Let's try a warp again, if it disengages or not. I'm sure these keys, there's more to the keyboard. This is one I'm going to have to figure out and get a manual for before I can figure out the correct way to play this game. Let's change joystick ports just to see if, because it did a little bit, but does that do anything over here? Nah, I can't do anything in that port either. So if anyone was a big fan of Codename Mat II, I recommend, well, I'll see if you could help me out and maybe send me some information about the game and how you're supposed to play it, because I don't have a clue on this one. So on the front we also have this game called Panther. Looks like it was cracked January 11th of 1986. And Panther, here we go. So it is kind of shooting flyer. Looks like there's some oil rigs out there. Looks like pumping some oil. Kind of it looks like there's someone down there I could have rescued. Shoot up to these flying saucers. Still kind of baffled out. But kids, see, I can rescue people. Oh, they just keep on coming. Oh, sorry, you gotta stay back. Damn. So that's the game Panther. Pretty cool. I liked it. I don't recall it back then, but I'm sure I played it before. But if you ask me, I'd say this is the first time I've ever played this game. Alright. So that's not the Panther. Let's move on over here now and check out the last game on the first disc. And this game is called Stop the Express, and I actually enjoyed this game quite a bit. I played it, I always try to play these once before I make a video just so I don't look like a complete fool, but sometimes it's just too late. So dodge the baddies, and then you can send those bird flying things, crab eating things back at the baddies who's chasing you up on here. That jump. Oh, bullet got me. Knocked off the chain. Dang it. So that's all the games on the floppy deep dive tonight. We played Codename Mat II, which was okay. I really didn't know exactly what I was doing, so I just give that one a C. Stop the Express I loved. If you've never played Stop the Express, old school arcade style simulation, love that game. I really enjoyed that one a lot. I give that one an A. Grange Hill, I thought that was kind of weird, selling drugs and so forth, so I'd give that one a D. Panther Flight was actually cooler than I thought. I give it a C plus B. Played it a little bit, but it kind of reminded me of Blue Max. On the back side we had Zorro, which is just a classic. The music's a little bit of beating because you hear it over and over again, but solving those puzzles and going through that, I'll play that one some more. I've always liked that. Datasoft always made really good games. Fred was a fun game too. I kind of liked going through that one. I would give that one a B plus, and it's cool. It's just searching for different things, old school. PSI-5 Trading Company, I'd give a C just because I don't know what I'm doing. That's not the fault of the game, it's more my fault, but didn't enjoy it as much, couldn't really get into it, would need more information, and I'll definitely check it out more. And of course Uridium, that's one of my all-time favorites. I give it an A plus. Can't go wrong with that one. This floppy actually was a really good floppy. A lot of fun games, a lot of cool stuff to check out. So if you haven't played some of these games, I'd recommend getting them, checking them out and playing them on whatever you're playing them on your Vice, on your real Commodore 64, 128, Mini, Max, whatever you got it on. But I definitely recommend checking these out. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the video. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Floppy Deep Dive.